.com. We've got another winter ale to wrap up some of our 2012 winter ale series that we have. Personally, it's one of my favorite series that we have on microbeerreviews.com. I love winter ales. I like trying different ones. Some of them I really like, and some of them I don't even think I can stomach 12 ounces of them. But this is a cool one from the Deschutes Brewery out of Bend, Oregon. This is Jubelale. It's a festive winter ale. This is their 2012 version. The artwork is always different. They use local artists to design their labels, which I think is really cool. I'm very big into marketing, and I think anything you can do to support your local economy, use local product, etc., I will definitely support that brewery. So this beer I actually got from someone who went to Oregon and brought it back to the East Coast for me. It's very fresh. DeschutesBrewery.com is the website. This is 6.7% alcohol and I believe 60 IBUs, 216 calories in 12 ounces. So that's a banger right there. But a really, really cool label. It's got a bunch of people kind of singing on the street underneath a lamppost. So it's described as a dark, malty celebration with a beautifully balanced hop flavor. They call it a deep garnet color, medium body with notes of chicory, earth, spice, and fruit. So, now this pours just like a typical winter ale. Not a huge, thick head, but a nice kind of white, frothy head on top. Not a ton of carbonation, kind of what I would call on the thinner, medium side of the actual liquid itself. Very filtered. Zero carbonation coming up from the bottom. I mean, almost no bubbles. Which, a lot of winter ales are like that. You know, they're not supposed to be real effervescent. They're not supposed to be real carbonated. They're supposed to kind of just warm you up. So, see a little bit of bubbles coming up. As you notice, the head has basically disappeared. It's got a very earthy smell. And I guess the chicory, as they call it in there, you can definitely smell as well. The hops are definitely noticeable as well when you first pour it. So it's got 5 different hops, and it's got, 5 different malts, and it's got Nugget, Cascade, Willamette, Styrian, Tettnang, I've never heard of that, and East Kent Goldings hops. So a lot of different malts, a lot of different hops. This is very complex. One thing I like about winter ales, if you've watched any of my other videos, I like it when the beer almost doesn't even, you can't dictate what the hop is or what the malt is because there's so many that are thrown in there that it's got that complex type flavor. This is what I've always been told this beer is like. Wow, it's different. Alright, definitely has a very fruity aftertaste. Very sweet. It's a lot sweeter than I expected. Definitely has some hoppiness to it, which a lot of winter ales, you can't really tell that they have a lot of hops in them just because it's overpowered by a lot of the malts. So it's won a bunch of medals, which I always try to mention, all the way back in 2006, 2007, at World Beer Championship and in Australia. One thing I want to talk about, I need to take a break here from the beer. I forgot to mention this. So the label, when you read about it, it says the 2012 label literally means layered. The artwork was created by a complex constellation of process by artists. Used scraps of paper to design this, which I think is really cool. And it says you might even recognize a scrap or two from years gone by from the incredibly intricate final design. So, scraps from old labels. And the cool thing about this beer is if like you were to Google or YouTube 2009 or 2008, the label is completely different. And then the actual product is completely different as well. So, pretty cool. But at any rate, that's the beer. It's available from October to December, and then that's it. They call it a winter ales. It also categorizes as a strong ale. It's got that real dark, classic winter presentation. Very fruity. It's really sweet. but it's definitely got some malt and hops to it on the backside of your palate. I would call it medium body, not a lot of carbonation, not a lot of head, but most winter ales present that way. So I was really looking forward to this beer. I will enjoy this beer tonight very, very much because I think it's one of those beers that a lot of people don't have access to. And the only reason I got to try it tonight with you guys was because someone brought it from the West Coast to East Coast. So check it out from the Deschutes Brewery. This is a winter ale, Jubelale. Let me know if you've tried it. 2012. We're on Facebook and we're on Twitter. We appreciate and love your comments. Please subscribe to our channel and check out microbeerreviews.com. We'll see you again real soon. Cheers.